All right. Good morning. So go ahead and meet me on your mats. We're going to start down there. If you'd like to put your balas on, you can. I'm going to have everyone start in a nice little all four position, and we'll go into that cat cow stretch to start. So spread those fingertips out nice and wide. Bring them right underneath of your shoulders and knees underneath of those hips. And then you're just going to drop that belly button down and look up towards where that ceiling meets the wall. And then you're going to tuck your tailbone under, really lifting, opening up those shoulders. Make sure everything starts at that tailbone at that nice little incline as you look up to see where that ceiling meets the wall, and then press that mat away. As you lift that belly button up towards the ceiling, tucking your tailbone under, one more each direction, lowering all the way down. And then pressing that mat away from you. Nice job right there. And then meet me in that neutral spine. You're going to go into those alternating right hand, left leg, place everything back down, and then switch to that right leg, left arm. Not to go fast here, you're just warming up. Your goal here is to keep everything nice and square. So as you reach that hand and that foot in opposition, think, can I squeeze and reach any further? And then you set everything right back down. We're just working on waking up those shoulders, your glutes, core should be pulled in nice and tight. Give me about 10 more seconds right here, and then you're gonna walk down to your forearms, and we're gonna actually get right into that first glute series. In 5, meet me back in center in 4, good, 3, final 2, come back through center on 1, walk down to your forearms and reset right here. So you're gonna spread your fingertips out, press that mat away, don't let yourself collapse. So press yourself all the way up. You're gonna shift the weight into your left knee, extending that right leg long. Again, if you wanna stick balas on now, you can. You're gonna lift that leg up, and then you're gonna tap your toe back down. So lift and squeeze from that center booty, tap toe back down. As you lift that leg up, I want you to know you'll have a little bit more range of motion than if you were on your hands right here. So every time that you lift that leg up, I want the top of your foot to face that mat. And then with control, you set that leg back down. So this is a really slow series. Think of it almost as a 2 count to lift that leg and a 2 count to come down. I want you to think about length here, lengthening and strengthening, toning that muscle. It's like you have a cast on your leg because there's no bend in that knee. So you're just trying to find as much length as you can on the back of that leg. In 5 seconds, we're gonna hold that leg up at the top for some pulses. In 4, in 3, get that last one in 2. On 1, you meet me at the top. Now just squeeze your glute, lift up an inch and down an inch. What I want you to think to yourself is everything comes from your center booty here. So your belly button is plugged in. And then every time you lift that leg, you're just squeezing from your butt. Think about the line underneath of your butt, right into center booty. You're gonna give me about 6 more squeezes right here. Again, you're thinking about shoulders pulling away from your ears. Your belly button is pulling up towards that spine, and you just have the longest leg possible right here. You're gonna hold for me at the top in 3, hold for me at the top in 2, and now just freeze right where you are for me. Take that left hand, bring it over to your right elbow, walk your right hand up so that you are opened up towards that side of the room. Now bring your knee in, tap the top of that arm right where your tricep is, full extension right here. So you bring that knee in, we're just getting a little bit of oblique work and that side booty. Pull that knee in towards your tricep, full extension. You've got to stay lifted. 10, 9, good, 8 and 7. Wake that oblique up. 6 and 5, toe pointed for 4, good, last 3 and 2, hold it out on 1. Now go back into your pulses. You should barely have weight in that right hand. You're pressing through that left forearm. And now I just want you pulsing up at the top. We're just rounding out that work. Center booty over to that outer thigh. 8 seconds right here. 7 and 6. Can you point through that toe? Can you make sure that squeeze is coming from that side booty for 4, 3 and a hold, 2 and a hold, 1, freeze for me right here, point through that toe, beautiful. From here, you're gonna walk that right forearm, left forearm back down. You're still in your hold for me here, find that hold. Now you're squared off again. From here, you're gonna tap that toe down, lift it up, bring your knee into a hover, full extension. Tap down, lift, squeeze, knee comes into a hover, full extension. You're back into that square position. So we're going center booty, outer thigh, center booty, outer thigh, and working that oblique into this. Every time you extend those toes, keep them pointed. Knee comes down to a hover, and then you give me that full extension. I have a couple changes left, so stay lifted in your core. You have this. 10 seconds and you leave that leg up. You're in your second round of pulses in 8. So you bring that knee into a hover, full extension, squeeze, and then tap everything down. You've got it. 5, tap, lift, in. Last one, everyone tap down, lift, and hold. Find that hold and go back to your second round of pulses right here. Good. Remember, center booty. Now your hamstring is awake. We're just really building and rounding out all the warmth in that leg. Hold in 5 and 4. You're there. 3, 2, on 1. Bring that left hand back to your right elbow. Walk that right elbow up for me. You've got it. You're going to tap that toe down. Lift and squeeze. Knee comes in and you extend. It's okay if that leg does not tap that mat. I just want you to at least drop it down a couple inches. Squeeze, lift. Pull that knee into your tricep and extend. You're going to come out of it after this, so I want you to really fight through. You have one hold left. That's it right here before you find that child's pose as we wake everything up. Slow and control in this series. Final 8, and we're holding. And 7, you've got it. 6 and 5. Keep breathing for 4 and 3. Final 2, just hold for me, hold for me, hold for me, hold for me. Extend that leg 1 more inch. Yes. Squeeze your butt as tight as you can. Now don't move. You've got it. Hold. Think about your core pulling up. Your shoulders are relaxed. In 5, you come back through center. In 4, 3, bring that right knee back down to meet that left. Walk up to your hands. Give me a cat-cow stretch right here. Dropping belly button down. Pressing that mat away 1 more time. Drop that belly button down. Press that mat away from me. Find your neutral spine. Walk that left foot and that right foot back. You're going to bring your knees into your elbows, slow climbers. Tapping your elbows every time that you bring those knees in. Tap, center, tap, center. Let heart rate come up here. My friends who want cardio, you're welcome to run it out, but I really would rather you think about pulling that knee in towards your elbow, controlling those lower abs. I know you're going to find a child's pose in 10 seconds. Don't stop. Get in those climbers. 8 and 7, 6 and 5. Look to the edge of that mat. 4 and a child's pose. 3 and a child's pose. 2 and 1. You rest. Bring knees down. Open them up. Sink your seat back to your heels. That was very slow and controlled, but a lot of warmth building throughout those legs. Stay there for a second. I want you to walk your hands over to that right side for me. Sink into that left hip just to feel that side body stretch. Hold there for 3. Good. For 2. And then walk your hands back through center in that child's pose. You're going to walk your hands over to that left side. Right hand can come on top of that left palm, squeezing that right cheek to keep it down on that mat. In 5 seconds, you're going to come and meet me back into your forearms. Let's go ahead and finish out that other side in 3. In 2, meet me on those forearms. Before you do anything, spread those fingertips out, shift your weight in your right leg, extend your left. You're going to go into that slow, controlled tap. What I need you to think about here is it's slow. Nothing is rushed. I need your leg as straight as a board. So your belly button is plugged in and your core is stabilizing right here. You should be able to lift that right arm without going anywhere. Big lift and squeeze, tap that toe down with control. Every time you lift that leg, think about the length that you can find, the squeeze in your center booty. Shoulders are relaxed. It's a full body series right here. In 4 seconds, you're going to hold that leg up. We go into pulses. In 3, get that last tap in 2, and then lift that leg up and hold. All it is up an inch and down an inch. The squeeze comes from your center booty. Squeeze, release. Not from your toe, not from your hamstring. You're fighting for length. Your fingertips are pressing that mat away from you so your chest can stay proud. 8 seconds right here. In 7, we're going to get ready to open up to that opposite side. In 6, you're holding for me. In 5, keep pulsing. For 4, good. 3, final 2. And now hold that foot where it is. Bring your right hand to your left elbow. Left hand opens up. You bring your knee in towards that tricep, full extension. Knee comes in towards that tricep. This is where I want you to feel this more in your oblique. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes. Both glutes are warming up right here. You've got that right leg stabilizing. 10 and 9. You bring it in and tap. You reach it long and squeeze. You've got 6 seconds. You leave it out there for those pulses in 5. Think about that knee coming parallel to the ground as opposed to a swoop down. Straight across, we'll get into that oblique. Now hold that leg out in 3, and 2, hold that leg out for me. Now give me those pulses. Tiny, controlled. Now think of your side booty as that hint of a pocket right in the side of your butt. As you're extending here, that you are opened up, but barely any weight in that left hand. It's just there to stabilize you. Now think about the difference of if you squeeze from your butt. If you were to put your hand on your butt, you should feel the contraction. I know that's really tough on balance. 5, good. 4, we come back through center. In 3, you have this. In 2, on that last one, you're gonna just rotate back down towards the center of that mat. Sorry, I'm gonna reach on my foot. And then from here, you're gonna tap down, lift up, bring that knee into a hover, full extension. This is where your hamstring starts to get warm. Pull in, full extension, tap down, lift and squeeze. If you don't focus on the squeeze on your butt, you're not gonna feel this. I'm working on the length, the control, the balance right here. When you tap that leg down, it's as straight as a board. When you lift it back up, you pull that knee in for your hamstring, extend, squeeze, and then you tap back down. You're there. 10 and 9. We go into second round of pulses. In 6, squeeze. 5. You're going to go up an inch and down an inch. After this next one, in 3, get that last tap in. In 2, now lift up just pulses, up an inch, down an inch. Give me 10. 9, here's where you squeeze, release, belly button's plugged in, lots of core right here, lots of center booty, that line under your butt, that's gonna give you that lift, and those relaxed shoulders, 5 seconds right here, 4, good. 3 and a hold for me, 2 and a hold. I need you to hold right where you are. Leave that leg out there, leave that leg out there. Now point through that toe for me for 5 more seconds. You're gonna go into a flex. You meet me in your forearm plank in 5. In 4, flex that foot, drop that foot down. Your right foot comes to meet your left. You're in a forearm plank, just hold for me. Open up your feet. I know you're used to me asking you to bring your legs together. Open up your feet, go into your knee taps. Right knee, left knee, right knee, left knee. Think lower abs right here, right? Just tap them and bend them down to the mat instead of bringing them in for your climber. Just right and left. Tap right and left. Good. 10 and 9, that's it. Nice, Kathleen. 8 and 7, child pose. In 6, in 5, you're there. In 4, in 3, last 2, and you rest for me. Slow and steady. You're like, I can do that for days, but so good for that full body. Find your child's pose. We're getting ready to stand up and stay in those glutes. We've got a nice little squat series coming up. Find your downward dog when you're ready and take your time to pedal out those knees. Slow and steady in that length and that strength. And now we're going to go into that squat series. Walk your feet into your hands into your feet. And I really want you to take your time as you roll yourself up to the top of that mat. Head is the last thing to come up. And then once you are there, you're going to take a sip of water. Meet me on your mat right here. Option for my friends who do have the band, quick transition, but you are welcome to put a heavy band above your knees, medium to heavy if you just want to add on to it. I know you have your Balas on, so it might be enough. From here, heels are going to be turned in, toes are going to be turned out. Once you have that sip of water, you're going to meet me in that body weight squat. If you do choose to have a band, and I forget to tell you to take it off, get rid of it after the series. You're going to come down into that squat, lift and squeeze. Down into that squat, lift and squeeze, squat, toe burst. So we have to do squats every time I see you in this month. Slow and control. Yes, we're repping out body weight, but let's get our form under control here. The weight is in your heels. You're driving through those heels to wiggle your toes. Think about your hips. They're almost in an external rotation as you come down, and then you internally rotate to get that big squeeze to get back up to the top. Really strong ankles here. I need 15 seconds. Don't get tired and rep it out too quickly here. Take your time. Drive your glutes down. Make sure that your knees still are separated, and don't let that band pull them apart. In 10 seconds, you're going to come a halfway up, all the way down, halfway up, and then on that next round, you come all the way back to the top. In 3, hold for me at that top. We'll do it together. In 2, now you get to stand up on 1. So you're going to come all the way down, halfway up, all the way down and stand. I said it wrong as I was originally going to cue you, and I said they're going to be doing halfway up forever. Big lift and squeeze. So lower down, halfway, lower, lift and squeeze. Control the movement here. As you drive your glutes down, you're taking away any momentum by coming halfway up, then you sink down, you find that big lift to the top. Now I want you in pulses in 5. You're gonna get one more full range in 3, pulses in 2. Now stay at the bottom of your range, stand up one more time if you need to, get down there. Down an inch, up an inch. Down an inch and up an inch. If you have a band on, you're pressing into that band. Weight is in your heels. Keep your chest proud. Nice. 10. This is those legs getting warm. 9. You can do this. 8. You're back to full range with a heel lift in 6. Pulse for 5. Don't give up on it. 4, 3, and 2. On 1. Lift, squeeze, heels come up. Lower down. Lift, squeeze, heels come up. Full range with a heel lift. Full range with a heel lift. Do not give up on your squats right here. I need your booty just to get on fire. You lower down, you lift and squeeze. We're gonna change it. You have 2 more changes and a hold and you're out of your squats. Lower down, lift and squeeze. We're gonna turn this into a 3 count down, 3 count up. It's really slow. In 5, meet me at the top in 4, in 3, last one, 2, last one. Get all the way up to the top, hold, take a big inhale. You come down, 2, 3, lift, 2, 3, but I don't want you to stand all the way up. The second that you're almost to the top is when you're gonna come right back down to that mat. This is gonna fire you up. Keep pressing your knees back. When you come down on that slow, controlled 3 count, I need you to think you're squeezing your glutes to get yourself back up to the top on that 3 count, and then you get right back down. You're going into a 3 count pulse. You're gonna come almost all the way up to the top, and you're gonna sink back into that pulse. All you have is those in a hold. You're gonna meet me there when you're ready. So I want you to give me 3 pulses on the next one. You're gonna give me 3 pulses, 2 pulses. On 1, you come almost up to the top, and then you sink back down. So I don't want any straightened legs. I want you to really think about, can you burn it out right here? Lift up, drop. 3, 2, 1, all the way almost to that top. 3 and 2 on 1, all the way to that 3/4 mark, and then you sink back down. 20 seconds here. You have 1 hold left. So here's what I need you to concentrate on. If you have a band, you're pressing those knees apart. If you don't have a band, you're pressing those knees apart. Don't let those knees knot. In 10 seconds, you're in your last hold for me, and then that band comes off and we stand. Breathe through this right here. You've got it. I need 3 pulses, 3/4 of the way up, and then I need a hold from everyone. In 3, 2, 1, you're frozen right here. Get to the bottom and hold. Take a big inhale, palms pressed together, shoulders look great. Everyone think to yourself, sink your seat back, chest is proud. If you need to open up feet a little, you can. I need 10 seconds, just 10 seconds. I know everyone has an inch left right here. Hold, 8, 7, 6, press into that band. 5 and 4, you stand in 3, in 2, 1, rest. Take that band off, legs should be tired. Find a little bit of that leg series before we go into those arms. From here, heels are coming together, toes are apart. Up to you if you want to leave Balas on. It's a lot. You're going to have some heel raises here in this first position. If you have that band, you've ditched it now. Everyone take a big inhale. If you needed water, take it. You're going to go on into your heel lifts. Your feet are in that first position for me. Hands can either come to your side or they can come to prayer. If you're having any issues with balance today, you're just going to hold them out in front of you. But I want you in those nice calf raises here. Don't you remember when I used to make you do these on a block? Gosh, those were lovely days. Everyone's going to have a block delivery soon. Big lift and squeeze here. Now I want you to control it. You're never going to hear me cue a really fast heel lift because I want you to think, can you lift all the way up? Now start coming to a hover. Lift all the way up. Let calves get nice and warm and then come down to that hover. Any issues in your calves, your feet will stay flat. You'll just plie for me. 10 seconds left in these and then you stay at the top. It's up an inch and down an inch, but it's really slow as you control it. In 5, in 4, last 3, you're staying at the top in 2. Now just come down an inch, squeeze up an inch. Let your calves start to fire up, but also are your shoulders relaxed right here? As you come down an inch, I need you to squeeze as high as you can to come back into that height. 10 seconds, 9 and 8, that really big heel lift, that down an inch, up an inch, down an inch and up an inch. In 5, we hold. In 4, you've got this. 3 and 2, everybody holds at the top. Here's where it gets fun. Just know you have 3 changes. That's it. You're going to sink down, 2, lift, squeeze your inner thigh, sink down for 2, then we lift, squeeze those inner thighs down, 2, lift, squeeze those inner thighs. You're gonna get fatigued quickly here. On the floor series, you did your squats. I just wanna finish out inner and outer thighs. If you have to hold on to something, you will, because here's what I need you to think about. Your heel height is crucial here. If your heels are down right above the mat or flat, I need you to bring the weight into your first 3 toes, keep your heels up nice and high in this, and then really control that as you sink down. Squeeze your inner thighs as tight as you can together at the top. On this next one, I need you to stay low for me. So get one more in and then get low. Hold, squeeze your heels together. It's down an inch and up an inch. Down an inch and up an inch. Here's what I need you to think. Every time that you come down an inch, your heels are fighting to stay lifted. You should be fatigued. Your inner thighs are pressing back. Your outer thighs are squeezing. Just keep pulsing for me right here. Down an inch and up an inch. Down an inch and up an inch. Don't give up on that movement. I told you 3 changes and a hold. So this is going to fly by. You'll go into your arms and abs. Every time you pulse down, please make this worth it for you. Squeeze your heels together, press your knees back, keep your shoulders relaxed. So much balance here. 10 seconds, 9, 8, yes you can, 7 and 6, keep pulsing. Belly buttons in, 5, 4 and a hold, 3 and a hold, 2, freeze for me right here. I want you to start to tuck your tailbone under and then release it. Tuck, squeeze, and release. Tuck, squeeze, and release. You gotta squeeze your booty as tight as you can. It's like you're in a bridge right now. Squeeze to tuck and then release. Your thighs are gonna be on fire. All you have is a hold left. Your heels are squeezing together. Your knees are tracking open and apart over those ankles. In 10 seconds, you're just gonna hold for me. Your legs are gonna shake. You're gonna fight for the shake. That's where your muscle starts to change. In 5, tuck and release. Don't rush it. Tuck and release. Last 2 right here. Big tuck and release. On that last tuck, you come back to neutral and you hold. Everybody relax shoulders. This is the meanest 15 seconds, I know. Get down there. Get down there. That 15 seconds will start over, I promise you. Everybody, heels are right lifted above that mat, squeezing together. Everyone pull your hands up over your head and then sink down 1 more inch. Lift your heels, fight for the squeeze in those heels. I promise those muscles are changing. 10, 9, 8, you're in arms and abs after this. So if you don't feel a shake right here, get into it. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Oh, you made it. That was so lovely. Everyone take a sip of water and then give those legs a nice little punch for me. They just earned some love right there. Full body work in those legs. Now from here, you've got a little bit standing for arms and then we come down to the mat. So grab those light weights for me. If you want to leave Balas on, you can if your ankles are ready for a rest. We're going to go into our triceps to start. So you can have Balas or your weights. And then you're going to bring those feet right underneath of your hips. And then you're going to take those weights and start to glide them down your legs as if you were going into a row or a deadlift position. And then you'll turn your palms towards one another. You're going to pull your elbows in. You're going to kick those arms back, and then you're going to give me that nice big row. So we kick those arms back, and then you give me that really big row. So think to yourself 2 movements here, back and your triceps. Slow and controlled. I know it's a lightweight, you can go heavier. So let's just focus on the form here. Your knees have that bend. I want you to feel that little bit of stretch in the back of your legs as if you were going into a deadlift or that nice row fold over position. You have 15 seconds, so don't feel like you're rushing and repping it out here. As you row, you squeeze elbows, you extend those arms, pull them back in and release. Lift, extend, bend and lower. Final 5, 4, 3, on 2, pull those elbows up. Just alternate your kickbacks. Left arm and that right arm here. Keep your elbows high. Let your triceps start to talk to you. Extend right, extend left. You've got it. 10, 9, squeeze your triceps as tight as you can for 8. Both arms, they lift and hold in 6. In 5, you're still alternating. 4, make it count. 3 and 2. On that last one, your left arm lifts to meet that right. Palms start to face that ceiling. Now lift up and then down. Up an inch and down an inch. Reach to that wall behind you. Control your pulses. Keep your belly button pulled in, shoulders are relaxed. 10 seconds in your pulse. 9. You're back to your row, into your kickback in 8. In 7, 6, palms turn to face each other in 4, 3, hold for me, and 2, on 1, freeze, palms face each other, bend in, row, lift, extend, and bend. Row, lift, extend, and you bend for me. Hold on to it. Upper back is getting warm right here. 10, 9, 8, and 7. Remember, row, extend, bend, and release. 5, arms are coming down into that row hold, and 4, 3, good, 2, extend arms down, stand all the way up, bring those weights overhead. You're going into your nice little tricep extension. Weight comes to the nape of your neck, lift, squeeze, nape of that neck, lift and squeeze. Focus on elbows staying in nice and tight, nice and narrow right here. 10, 9, 8, and squeeze, good, 7, 6, relax your shoulders here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, bring those arms out to the side, tiny circles here, you're right in your T. When you need to drop weights, you drop them. When you think you can hold on a little bit longer, you hold on a little bit longer. Arms are long, you just hit your triceps, a little bit of back, and now you're in your shoulders, reverse that circle, 10 and 9. 8, are your knees bent? Don't lock anything out. Are you using your breath, contracting your abs? 5 and a hold. 4, 3, and 2. Freeze for me. Palms turn to face me. They come into that goalpost position, right arm only. Find that press for me up overhead. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Let those arms start to get tired. You're here, you're working hard. 8, 7, stay on that right side. If you're alternating, stay alternating, stay alternating. 5 and 4, you just are here for a hot second. 3 and 2, alternate to that other side. If you are moving through both sides, I'm fine with it. Just keep going, let yourself fatigue. And 5, good, 4, both go together. And 3, last 2, mental pep talk, reach, pull, reach and pull. 5 to go, reach and pull. For 4, arms that are in a T, and 3, do not drop them down. I know you can do this. 2, and pull on that last one, pull arms down, extend them, palms faces the floor, back to your circles. Oh God, it gets good in those shoulders. 8 and 7, 6 and 5, reverse and 4, reverse and 3, last 2, here's where they start to burn. 10, 9, long and strong for me, for 8, 7 and a hold, 6, you can do this, 5 and 4, we hold in, 3, you hold in, 2, 1, freeze, walk those arms right in front of you, palms turn towards one another, they face that ceiling, little pulses, 10 and 9, up 1 inch and down 1 inch, you've got it, 8 and 7, last 3 changes, here we go, and 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, palms come together, start to squeeze forearms in. If you have weights, those forearms likely aren't going to touch, and that's okay. Think biceps, triceps, shoulders, you should be on fire right here. You've got this. 10, 9, nice core, 8, squeeze, 7, pulse it up 1 inch and down 1 inch, and 5, 4, 3, and 2, up and down, up and down. You don't have to squeeze, just pulse it up and down 1 inch, go 10, 9, 8, and 7. This final hold's gonna be fun. 6 and 5, final 4, 3 and 2. Open hands back up, reach them long, open into your T. Palms face the back of the room. That was mean. I know 10 seconds is all I want from you. 10 seconds. But get them up there. You have it. 8, 7, 6, and 5. Good talk. 4, 3, 2, and you rest. Oh, that was lovely. Set those down. Let's stretch. Only less than 10 minutes. Bring that right arm across your chest. I feel the pain of that. I can't even lift weights from this morning. So I'm not even going to pretend that that was easy, because I felt it and I didn't have a weight in my hand. Hold there. Big inhale. Can you reach both hands up overhead for me? Bring that gaze up towards the ceiling, soft back bend, dive all the way down. We're gonna do 2 roll-ups. On this first one, just take your time. You're gonna move your computer because we've got a nice solid 8 minutes of abs, which will be lovely. So move your computers for this next roll down for me and meet me at the back of your mat. And then reach those hands up one more time. Gaze goes up to the ceiling, soft back bend. You're gonna dive those hands down to your feet, and then you will walk yourself out into that plank for me. Option to come down to your knees. You've got 10 hand release push-ups, big lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now, no cheating here. I want you to take your time, and I want the 10 push-ups to be your best set of hand release push-ups. You can come down on your toes. You can press back up on your knees. No one is watching to judge. I just want you to really think about your breath. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you press to lift. Make this count for yourself. Most of you are on that fifth or sixth one. You have another 30 seconds to take your time. You're meeting me in a child's pose as we get ready for abs. So this isn't something for me to rush you and make you feel like you can't deliver these at your best ability. Last 15 seconds, if you want to keep going in those push-ups, know that you've only got 10 seconds left. So if you can get 1 to 2 more in right here, and then you're going to come right onto your back in 5. Get that last push-up in 4, child's pose in 3. I'll let you have that child's pose. I forgot I said you have it. Find your child's pose, open your knees, and just press back for a second, really reaching those fingertips to the front of that mat. Once you've taken a couple breaths there, then I need you on the back of your mat so we can start with some basic but really lovely ab work. From here, take that big inhale. Before you do anything, I need you to exhale and pull your lower back into this mat. You shouldn't be able to fit anything underneath of that back. I need you to think about pulling belly button in towards your spine the entire time. Hands come behind your head to really support that neck. So as you press your head into your hands, you crunch up and you lower. Exhale, lift and crunch. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift and crunch. Inhale, lower down. You're going to start twisting right elbow to left knee and then left elbow to right knee. Take your time. As you lift up, your knee is lifting and your head, neck, and shoulder is lifting. But notice we're not rushing through this. 10. Exhale, 9. And 8, you're twisting, reaching elbow towards that opposite side, making sure that you're not pulling on your neck. 5, good. 4, back to center crunch in 3, lovely. Last 2, get this last crunch in, come back to center and then lift up. 2, lower down for 2, lift and squeeze. 2, lower down for 2, good. 2 more here. You're gonna meet me at the top of your range, up and hold. From here, reach your hands. You tap left ankle, right pinky, left and right. I need you in those really big reaches. You want the break right now. You should want the break because you were doing so well in those beautiful crunches. Give me 10 seconds. 9, 8. This is it. 7. Keep reaching. You come back through center in 5. In 4, the further you reach down the foot, the more you're going to feel it. 2, back through center on 1. Reach those hands towards the ceiling, lower head, neck, and shoulders. Float your legs up. Flex your feet. Tap your toes. Lower all the way down. Exhale, lift, tap. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift, tap. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift, tap. Inhale, lower down. Every time that you reach up, I need you to think, can I find any more length in my legs? Can I lift up any higher? You're gonna hold for me in 5. Head, neck, and shoulders come down. You're gonna bring those hands around that left knee and go into your center pulls. In 3, good. 2, on 1, head, neck, and shoulders can lower down for a second. Pull that left knee into your chest. Hover that right leg. Lift head, neck, and shoulders again. Go back into your switches. Good, switch, switch, pull, switch, pull. Make this count. Let your legs get tired. Let lower abs get tired. Switch, pull, switch, pull. Can you move those hands to come behind your head and keep moving legs to center? Switch, pull. Yep. Just switch those knees. Now add your bicycle back in. Twist and twist. You've got it. Twist and twist. Hold on to it. 10 and a rest. 9. Yes. 8. Those freaking balas, your hip flexors. 5. Nice work. 4. Beautiful twist, Kathleen. 3 and 2. Everyone rests on 1. Knees come into your chest. Rest. Big inhale. Just a couple minutes to go. Big inhale here for me. Rock yourself up. I need 10 more hand release push-ups. It's your last set of push-ups in class. Take your time. Get yourself set up. Make these count. We go in 5. In 4, last 3 and 2, 10 hand release push-ups, make them count. Inhale as you lower down, exhale to lift. When you finish, because you have a minute to do these, you're gonna go into your forearm plank and you are not gonna rest. I want you to control it. You have this minute to figure it out, but don't start to get slow. This is where you're pushing right to the end. We only have 3 minutes of work left here, so I want you to fight right up until that finish line to get those push-ups done, to get into that plank position. You have about 30 seconds left. So this is your check-in spot, depending on where you are. Make sure you make it towards that forearm push-up. 25 seconds. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, those look good. Now hold it. Now hold it, core. Bring those feet together. Finish up your push-ups and then find that forearm plank. If you're not in that forearm plank, I want you in there after this next push-up. 15 seconds to go. Here's what I want you to think about. Take a big inhale. Here's where we want to clench those jaws, and all of a sudden we're just holding our breath. Take that little bit of a tuck in your tailbone for me. It'll turn lower abs on even more. You rest in 3, 2, 1, rest. You made it. Really nice. Open knees up. Press that seat back for me. Good. 3 changes left in your abs. When you're ready, I want you to finish and come back on your back for me. Come back on your back. And then just bring your knees into your chest. Take the tiny little rock from side to side. And then you're gonna lift head, neck, and shoulders up, because we know how much I love a little starfish crunch. Reach those hands and feet out, and then swoop back in, hold everything. Reach those hands and feet out, and then pull everything in. You are allowed to touch those shins. Reach, pull, squeeze. Good. Reach, pull and squeeze for me. Give me 3 more. And then you're going to come into that tight little ball and hold. 2 to go after this one. Big reach, 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 reach. Nice. Come back into center. Last one right here. Reach. Come back into center. Head, neck, and shoulders, they lower. Those legs extend. We haven't done a V up in a hot second. I knew you missed that. Reach hands up towards the ceiling. You reach left ankle, lower and right. If you have a ball on and you're pulling from your hip flexor, just bend your knee and pull it into your chest for me, just so you don't go right into your hip flexor. 10, nice. 9, but you know where your body's feeling warm. 8, really strong. 7, you're there. 6 and 5, your bicycles on deck. And 4, in 3, final 2, bring these in to that tabletop, hands behind your head. Everybody lift up. 30 seconds of bicycles and you rest. We're not going to cut off today. I'm going to see you at the end of this. So I need you to give me the, in your bicycles, start. 30 seconds of your bicycles, not 30 seconds of a rest. I know, I tricked everyone there. You're smiling at me. 15 seconds right here. 15 seconds, twist. Full extension of that leg, no temper tantrum. Twist, exhale, twist. 10 and 9, good. 8 and 7. You've got 6 and 5, final 4, 3, 2, and you rest. Bring your knees into your chest. Oh, that was on fire. Bring knees in, rest. Let your left leg go, pull right knee into your chest. I just want to walk you through this briefly. It will definitely cut us off while we're in the other leg, but really, really, really nice work. Switch those legs out, ladies. I will see you on Thursday. Send me any requests that you have. Heavy on legs today, so give yourself that nice little stretch. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.